if you go to nutmegnotebook.com, so NUTMEGNOTEBOOK, nutmeg, like the spice, notebook.com. And my recipes are there. And then I have a YouTube channel by the same name. So I'm on YouTube as Nutmeg Notebook as well, and Instagram and Facebook. I'm all,
Okay,
I'm all over the
that's
place.
what I wanted to ask you.
But yeah, but
Yes.
you can find the recipes there. And then I have three online, well, I have two online courses, and those both come with an ebook. So you get it as a PDF. So this one is called Cooking for Company. And this is 10 menus. I have over 50 recipes, but it's 10 menus where because people were asking me all the time, if I make your shepherd's pie, what would I put with it? If I make your lasagna, what would I put with it? So,
Right, right.
so I created this ebook, and this is available on our website. And I have a discount code for you all. It's nutmeg 30. And so that makes this ebook under $20. And so, like here's
Wonderful,
a
wonderful.
Mediterranean theme. I have a brunch, my Italian with lasagna. I have a simple like soup and salad. But in here, I outline for you what can be made in advance,
Hmm.
how to make things the day of. So I give you like a whole outline on how to do everything. And people are loving this book. And then we have links in here so that you can, if I have a video for it, then the link takes you to the video.
Right,
And if you print it
right.
like we did, we decided to print it, then we have a little QR code down here in the corner. So you put
Hmm.
your smartphone over that with your camera, and then it automatically takes you to the video. Okay, so we're
Tell
trying
me
to make,
why, yeah, why is it called, why did you decide to call it Nutmeg Notebook?
okay, really good question. So
I've
I actually,
always wanted to ask you that, and I keep forgetting.
okay, so I started my blog way before I was whole food plant-based Gustavo. So I started it in 2009, and I was like, um, doing what I thought was a healthy version of the standard American diet. Low fat, hardly ate red meat, because of my cholesterol and just my family history, health history. And so I decided I wanted to share my expertise in the kitchen, if you will, with people. And so our daughter, who was an English major at the time, in college. Oh, and she decided also to major in Spanish. So she has a degree
No,
in Spanish
that's
and
right.
English. So you have to meet her one day because you guys could have
Yes, yes,
a
yes.
conversation. And she lived in Spain for a year as well. And then she married this Honduran man, and her kids are bilingual. Their first language is Spanish. It's crazy. But anyway, her and I sat down and we were brainstorming ideas for names for the blog. And I had recently discovered freshly ground nutmeg, buying the little nutmeg.
Mm.
And I bought a little grinder, and I was grinding it myself. And I was a baker. I loved to bake before I went whole food plant-based. At every invitation, I would be asked to bake something to bring to the dinner. And so, and then my grandmother was a fabulous baker and cook, and she made everything from scratch. She made her own buns and her own bread, and she wrote all of her recipes in notebooks. And rather than on recipe cards, she had spiral bound notebooks. And so I had started doing that as well. And so we were just making lists of things that I loved in the kitchen and ingredients that I used a lot. And then I think Katie may have come up with it like, you love that nutmeg and you write your recipes in notebooks. What about nutmeg notebook?
Ah,
And
wow.
that's
Okay.
how it started. And
Okay.
I know when I adopted the whole food plant-based lifestyle, Chef AJ, who is a friend of mine and yours, she said to me, you got to change that name because nothing about it tells people that you're plant-based. And I was like, well, Chef AJ doesn't tell anybody that you're plant-based either. And then we thought about changing the name of it when I went whole food plant-based, and every name I thought of had already been taken. Because
Right.
we would go
Right.
on to see if we could get the domain name. And so I decided, you know what, I'm just going to keep it. And then I just took all the standard American diet recipes off of my blog so that it would just be whole food plant-based. So that's my story.